Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name is David Zhao, and I'm the managing director of Coda Strategy. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Mike Jennings, senior director of data governance and architecture at Walgreens Boots Alliance. Mike, thanks for joining us.
David, I'm glad to be here.
So let's dive right in. So, first, can you tell us about yourself and about your role at Walgreens?
My whole career has been in data management, and data analytics. I've been in data and this stuff for more than 30 years. Been on the consulting side, been on the corporate side, so I've seen both sides of the house. Actually, worked even for a analytics vendor at one point. So even from a software selling perspective, I have background on things in that. Been with Walgreens a little over 12 years. Prior to that, I had backgrounds in um, telecommunications, had some international telephone experience, worked for insurance companies. I've been involved in benefits outsourcing, all the way back into government contracting and engineering in my early days. So been in a variety of roles and industries over the last 30 years. Uh, Spent a lot of my time at Walgreens is now focused on data architecture and data governance in the enterprise data analytics and AI group. So supporting all of Walgreens across those lines.
And what's been like the biggest change you've seen in data over the past 30 years, if you don't mind
Oh,
me
there's
asking?
there's been all sorts of changes over the years. We started out, with new technologies are always popping up, the latest shiny toy as such, everywhere from going to cloud. We've had big data, we have AI now. A lot of things and stuff changed over the years. A lot of stuff hasn't changed, but newer technologies and stuff provide new capabilities and new ways that to serve our customers and patients, and improve business performance and business activities.
And they say the more things change, the more it stays the same. So over the past 30 years, what has been that one thing or several things that have stayed the same?
Well, in some ways, going to the cloud. I mean, it used to be we had, and we still do have data centers where we managed servers and data, bases and all those things. Moving to the cloud, we're essentially doing the same thing. We're just having somebody else manage it for us. So, in a lot of ways, that hasn't changed. The activity who manages it, who does all the maintenance and all that, that's the main activity there that really changed over that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still somebody else's computer at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's just somewhere else and not in our four walls as such.
Now, let's get right down to our top question, which is at Walgreens, what are your top data initiatives? Or to put it smartly, what keeps the CDO and the CIO up at night?
First, I'll talk about what my main activities are. I'm responsible for data architecture and data governance. So on the data architecture side, I'm responsible for developing, maintaining, and enhancing data standards, data guidelines, and data architecture reviews. Also involved with evaluating new technologies and new architectures. We've had a lot of talk in the analytics world with data meshes and other different architectures we can use for analytics, evaluating those where those fit in and can be used at Walgreens. I'm always looking to reduce our overall technical debt and remove data redundancies in the environment to improve overall performance and save costs. Looking for optimizing current technology architectures. Once we implement something, there's always ways we can potentially improve it and optimize it as the business needs and business strategy changes, and look for efficiencies and cost savings. On the data governance side, uh, working on getting our and maintaining our data owners and our data stewards throughout the organization, so we have good data management practices and activities performed on our data. Responsible for maintaining different data governance policies, standard operating procedures, things like how we do our external data sharing. Um, address data issues that come from the executive. We have a data strategy executive council. So data issues and challenges that have come up from those, addressing those issues. We have a data catalog, an enterprise data catalog that we're using. So always looking to expand its coverage and usage so we have better views of our data, understand the data lineage, understand impact analysis, and give our users in business areas ways of looking at the data and discovering information around our data. And then we're always looking at from the different laws and regulatory needs that are coming up. On the consumer side, we have the state privacy laws. On the pharmacy and healthcare side, we have PHI and other regulatory rules around healthcare and healthcare data.
Got it. And now a lot of people in our audience are going to be saying like, wow, Mike, you're doing a lot. And I wish I could do even a fraction of that. But, I have very limited resources and my CDO and my CDIO still want to do basically everything that you just laid out. So for those people that unfortunately have limited resources in both budget and people, how would you advise them on how to proceed? How would you tell them how to help the CDO and the CIO achieve and deliver data vision and data strategy goals?
Well, one of the ways we do it is we have a very small data governance office that reports to me. We have a manager and two other people. So using the people that know the data and use it all the time and know the issues is out in your business and your IT community. So setting up your data governance council to leverage those people, those SMEs, getting their involvement, getting their insights is one way to expand. So more of a federated type of data governance approach, so that you're not having everybody in one place. You don't want them all in there because you want these people doing their daily activities and dealing with their issues and things like that. So you can expand your data governance presence by doing that. On the data architecture side, again, we have a small data architecture footprint, but we have an architecture community. We have solution architects and technical architects spread out across the enterprise, leveraging them, getting their inputs into things so that the best policies, the best architectures, the best guidelines are put in place based on practices and activities that have been done out in the enterprise.
Yeah. I love the answer, the first part of your answer around if you have a small team that reports to you, find a multiplier effect, go out into the business and recruit business data champions to get that multiplier effect for your data governance. It's so key, but so many people don't do it.
And you want that expert because they're the ones that are out there living with the business challenges, the business deadlines, all those type of things, and seeing the real issues up close. You want their expertise and insights brought back. So one that can be shared across the community, and two that could be if there's issues and stuff that are common across the enterprise, you can solve it in a common way and implement things across the board in some cases.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cliche, but it's true. Just help
Yes,
them help you, and
right.
everybody wins.
Not one person knows everything around data governance or data architecture. It takes a community.
Absolutely true. It takes a community. I love that. Well, thanks, Mike, for taking the time to join with us. Everyone, please join us next time to hear part two of the CDO Magazine interview series with Mike Jennings.
Thank you.